end though. I'm curious to see if that's cooled off a little bit. This feels like an unlucky one for him. Obviously, two individual solo knocks there. Rosemary was able to claim one. We just saw the second go down, so already losing a lot of that stock early.
I think it's tough as well when you have this group format where, you know, they're going to play day one and then they'll play day three.
Yeah.
The issue for them is that I don't really think they found their stride in day one, and then you're not playing. So you lose all momentum on that day two. And I do think that there is something to be said where, you know, you come into just own it, and you take your day off, and then you go into day three, and you can just feel pretty happy in yourself. But there's a lot of maybe self-doubt, you know, rumination in the mind if you are AX on day two. Is like, what can we do better? What can we do differently? I think 41 points is not a bad scoreline for a special invite team. I don't think they've completely lost the plot. So I think it's nice to see. I think it is nice to see. I think AX can be proud of themselves, but survival stage will be a different beast. I am expecting to see AX in that survival stage on this current point scoring.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, though, maybe that'll work out better for them as well, because it's just far more experience, especially for that team in particular. It could be good for them. Looks like a knockover onto the Falcons, though. First wing has been clipped.
It's coming through on the western side, actually on the southwest, where Kinotrope were playing. You know, I think for Kinotrope as well, they do play around this area fairly frequently, and for Falcons, they have very similar rotations, because Kinotrope does enjoy playing in Pachinki, as do the Falcons. And historically, Falcons don't do all that hot when you start having teams playing around your initial rotational points. And we saw that early on Sandhawk with Sami and Alpha Gaming, which we mentioned a little bit earlier. Current circle over towards Shelter, though, Jackie. Bit of open ground, not really definitive on any of the compounds just yet. Teams will find places to hunker down. We're over towards the gondolas right now for Alpha 7. This is all the way up towards Stalba. So they've still got a ways to go. I think they're one of the only teams, if not the only team, currently still out in the blue.
Intense game here. They were coming down the backside of the hill, had a read at least onto Alter Ego. Obviously a bit of a split there. You've got Rosemary further out to the 2-2. Krypton that makes a bit of a move here. Rejoin with the rest of the squad, hop back in the vehicle, keep himself covered. See how they play this one.
Or you go on that western side, yeah. The split between them is pretty big, pretty substantial. See when they want to regroup things up, and you're right, Intense Game are chilling around the peripheries of that area on the western side. You got Rosemary and one other player, can't quite see the name there, having a look down towards that southern side. R8 taking a knock, that's over towards Mansion actually. You can see it on your screens as we bring up the map feed, which is available to you all at home, by the way. Head over towards PUBG Mobile Esports over at YouTube, pick that one up. Keep tabs of your favorite teams and their rotates.
Follow all the action in one nice little neat package. Get the information that we use here live on the cast as well. Teams on the move now. Squash from the wraparound. Everyone else heading down. It's Gamax that's just ahead. And of course what remains of AX as well, taking a wide berth to join up. But we'll hold that for back over. E-Arena on screens for now. You've got to crash down from the hills. Package. Get the information that we use here live on the cast as well. Teams on the move now. Squash from the wraparound. Everyone else heading down. It's Gamax that's just ahead. And of course, else heading down. It's Gamax that's just ahead. And of course what remains of AX as well, taking a wide berth to join up. But we'll hold that for back over. E-Arena on screens for now. You've got to crash down from the hillside with Kinotrope coming in. Mormon on the push back up. Ooh, big tag into the back. Quick response as they turn their heads and find that one. Tamar with the damage done. It's Big Papa Pump that's clipping legs from the side. Bullets coming in from the third party as well. Trying to clean up and see what you can steal away from this. Had the smooth moves, but an instant shot back over. That's TT that are taking pot shots at it.
That was a messy engagement, massively messy engagement, and a perfect opportunity for ThunderTalks as well, because this is around the center of the circle right now. ThunderTalks is able to clip two teams out at the same time. I mean, E-Arena's looking a little bit worse for wear here. King's not fully committing over towards it. Here's Alpha Gaming once again looking to ruin the day of the Falcons. That is a brave nade sent by Doc, and Reefus is just forced to handle it.
Danger close, but the danger is Alpha Gaming, and it's their middle name right now.
The day of the Falcons.
Just one man left. Narvalo. 4 nades in the backpack, casts out the first stone as he throws it over. Top from distance, trying to catch Reed from the side. If he does peek out to shut him down, nade could be on target, just short.
Close though, Hovercraft comes in, delivering players up close. Come on, this nade's gonna go off right next to you. Doesn't do all too much damage to the Hovercraft just yet, starts to smoke. Molotov sent through into the building, they don't have a read on his position just yet.
More paranoid about the compound. I think he's down to nades now as well. Yeah, that's all the stock he's got left. Cooking this right down towards the end. Last one's going to be prime. Sideline chip damage over. They don't want to run into this and throw away one player. Ooh, but Top will get the shot on the peak. That's what they were setting up for.
Good watch from Top there. Holding in the background, has done that quite a few times there for Alpha Kane when he's forced to pick up the pieces when the front line heads on in. But for Alpha Game, very, very important match for them, right? They want to climb that leaderboard up to 53 points on this match. Powers finding Ida from R8, and here's Intense Game. Pretty long range on this one. Long, broad, open spaces. Rosemary down as well. Alter Ego probably want to chill this one out.
Yeah, I think that was the team name from the back line. So the splash damage knocked him back down to his last legs. They have the smoke to at least reset, block vision, see if they can try and cauterize this one a little bit. Obviously, Intense Game, we're looking to really backdoor into this quite some time ago. Gamax as well, they get thrown into the fight versus Alpha 7. We were setting up previously. Silence fires shots back over. Ooh, this is starting to look messy in the lobby blank.
Yeah, not easy. With the circle, actually, hard shift down towards the southwest side, towards Farm as well, which is an uncomfortable area to play on the map. Alpha Game find themselves a prime position to play this one from after removing Falcons. But for Alter Ego, they've got Nongshan Red Force looking to rotate in from their northern side. If you can get rid of Intense Game, there's still going to be Weibo to deal with shortly afterwards. So we'll see how Alter Ego actually figures this one out. They're going to make a rotate off towards that eastern side, which is wild, by the way. They're going to go straight through Weibo. We'll see how this pans out. Intense Game takes that moment to regroup back down with Adrian on the south side of the map, and Alter Ego gets past.
Meanwhile, you've got Squash's POV here as well inside of the compound. The only one that remains from Alpha 7. He was on a slight deviation from the rest of the squad as a solo. Casting nades back over right now onto the trio of R8. Alter Ego are still getting punished here. More players popping up in the Elim feed as the knocks are coming back through, and they are absolutely sandwiched with squads.
A lot of teams are struggling to make their way into this one. Fair few of our squads on the eastern side, and we're on board with one of them in R8. They try and rotate down. The remainders of AX move to the fields, just on the north side, pick up a compound to play inside of. This area of the map can hold quite a few teams, but I would say that Alpha Game currently have one of the stronger positions inside this compound. Plenty of sightlines to work with. They're not cut off on the windows.
Gamax, obviously, they were the ones to kick off the fight between Alpha 7 and themselves. On the rotation path here, go straight past Squash and down towards the crosshairs of R8 that are just trying to play towards the edge. They've got a vehicle close by to make their getaway. For Squash, he gets a whole lot more uncomfortable. Long-term rotate for him, and Power Gaming are ahead. They've got the next position to try and guard some of these teams as they make their way in.
Origo after that Elim from earlier as well did break the triple digits up to 100 total. Still chasing that 111 for Thrive to pick themselves up first place here. They lost Daybot. Weibo just about caught him on his rotate down in towards Farm. Yeah, this rotation's not going to go too well for Gamax. That vehicle is very close to exploding. Surprised Damar doesn't just go for the full send on the spray either.
Couple shots back over. Optics of it doesn't look too great for him, so he'll try and tuck down. It's actually easy. That's what we're saying. It's Power Gaming that we're in a good position to try and guard all these teams as they make their move. Meanwhile, as that one goes a little bit quiet, we can show you back, of course, on the fight that kicked things off between Gamax and Alpha 7. This is what resulted in only Squash being the last remaining player. On his solo mission, he's at least found himself some safety inside of the zone for now. Ah, he's gone. All right.
Yeah, for Chudo, some good nades over the top, honestly. I quite like that. Corona with some more over towards E-Arena. Somehow Gamax is able to get a little bit more done. Horror versus Ida now. Aaron steps up to the plate, nade over the top. We'll find Jiggle. This elimination feed is just popping up time and time again. Weibo taking shots over towards Nongshim.
Yeah, the Red Force taking
Great
damage.
job to hold this out.
More on the push-up. Close the gap between these two teams and make it uncomfortable for Ida. A lot of pins pulled on the nades, trying to get one right between the both of them. Spacing looks good on that. It's a clean tag. Sky gets blown over because of it. Nongshim, Red Force taking so much damage from the side as well. Trying to turn it around. You can see Tizzy there with the DBS. Back over onto Weibo.
Yeah, Weibo's suffering, but they are making it work. But intense game, wrapped back up again from where Adrian was playing. He's looking to pick up the pieces that were left behind by Weibo. But Ida's doing a great job to hold this angle. Held out power, held out horror as well. Those nades to keep going through. You wonder how many more they've got left to work. You can see Dark in here running with the level 1 vest, level 1 helmet. It is not ideal.
This is the rough part for Power as well. At one point, it felt like they had a good position to try and hold back some of the other teams. Now the shoe's on the other foot. It's only really Al Haji that has a chance to make a getaway play as a solo. Rest of the squad were pinned in, play zone nipping at the back of them, and they've all just been picked off one by one. So he's just got to bail on the rest of the squad, look for a later survivability game from this.
No fears, just got to hold his angle. He's versus 4. Ida's got to push into him. It's a good initial knock, and a second potentially.
Oh, No Fear goes down, and you can see they at least deal with the first man that was in front of them. Quick reset on this. They've got time to pick each other back up. No one else there to instantly third party off the fight at least.
Origo's going for something a little bit bold here, moving up into the northern sides of Farm. Alpha's looking to move further in as well. This is a replay from earlier between Nongshim as well as Weibo. Good nade down there as well.
Actually would be quite a nice storyline as well if we get this fight here between Origo and Alpha. The way we can set that one up, the dynamics, you know, the two sides of how they play, complementing each other or fighting against one another. Nades over the side for now.
Man.
The fact that that is right on target, the kryptonite for him, blows him away and fragments the team. The advanced scout now down.
It bounces off the tree, by the way.
Wild rebound.
Yeah. Straight back in. It might have gone a little bit further. Rosemary, 3 nades. These 3 nades need to be real effective here. With Daybot down, it's just 2 that they're running with for Alter Ego. Krypton does get flushed out. Alva versus Alpha. Here in Farm. Alter Ego would like to get a little bit further, but Reefus finds Rosemary. He crawls his way through the grass, leaving just Alva behind now for Alter Ego. Looking for placements. We'll see how long Alva can sit in this position.
Al Haji was found as well, of course, after bailing out as a solo quite some time ago. He was spotted in center circle and has been dispatched. Power Gaming exit stage left here at the 4th game of the day.
For Alpha Gaming, though, this is a big one. This is where they can make their chase for top 8. Eliminations right now for Damar, you can see. Quite a big total there for R8. Marth and Damar still alive, direct center. Ida is just flowing through. That is until Shing will find Darkin on the front line there. Pops him for 1. Nades continue to pour across. And Emirates just going to wrap. They're going to give up Darkin. I like this, you know. You see there, the boys from TT are looking to move in, but this is a dangerous cross.
Oh. Going for the quick butt, jump in the vehicles, try and have some cover. The reach. Oh my. The Bison lets it load, but they're able to handle themselves on that one. Dispatch R8 keep themselves in a good spot, and like you said, that Elim feed has not slowed down. Consistent bouts, it's constantly going.
But with that, Ida makes it into top 8 over Nongshan Red Force, so they bounce them down into 9th here. Weibo moving up now into the smoke directly on top of Ida. You got he who moves in, but not for long. He is not him. Aaron will put him down. The 5 elims on the game, 9 total. Jumping up now past Alpha 7.
It's a massive game from Ida. That's what we were saying. It looked like they were maybe a bit of a periphery team, but now they want to be at the forefront. Straight into the smoke with the bonnet. Hello, Aaron, and goodbye with the DBS.
I pick up Emre there. Takes me a while. Nade goes over the top, 33Z's able to sidestep that bad boy. Continues to take chip damage. That one should be on target and do just enough. And Aaron will put another one up for Ida. The solo soldier in the middle of a broken field of vehicles. Thunder Talks versus Alpha Gaming here, Jackie, likely to be the concluder. Intense game on the sidelines, have been huddled for a long, long while. Aaron continues to take pot shots, but Xing will finally take either out. Of 4th place though, 10 elims. I think they'll be very pleased with the result on that game.
Yeah, grinning from ear to ear. Ooh, trying to reposition right here, right now though, on the move up. There's the damage back over from Alpha Game. It's Rayfus that's able to get the spot onto him. Always on these roofs, playing these individual shots.
Now he's playing over towards this loot crate, using this impromptu bit of hard cover to his best ability. And he's making it so it's very hard for the boys from Alpha Gaming to start moving up. I'll be surprised if he's able to get an angle over towards Riyadh, potentially. Another loot crate comes dropping down a little bit further in. Creates even more cover towards the center of the map. And with that shift on the circle, sending over towards Thunder Talks, they took the opportunity, but a nasty spray down in the midst of it.
Oh, that is absolute filth. He's been playing this roof to a T. Every peak on target. Luckily enough, it wasn't the double spray. Could have cut them in half instantly. They can tuck back behind the rock, reset from the fight, but it is uncomfortable. Vehicle on fire. They got to bail back, hop in the car.
Man, if he got that explosion in the vehicle a little bit sooner, it could have been nasty work. But AJ, once again, at distance. Xing goes down, Doc stepping up, and Alpha Gaming refused to lie down from farm.
At least got that backline, the protection. Trying to hold him at arm's length. This is AJ. He's making some important plays, but up close and personal, that one's going to sting onto Doc. Was not prepared for the close quarters engagement. The cheeky peeks through the smoke are going to end right here, right now. Intense game, just consistently being hit from the side. They can't peek up against it.
19 bullets left in the mag here. It's the big machine gun in the back pocket here for AJ. Not sure how effective that's going to be at range. There's 19 bullets, got to count on that 5.56. Doc's looking over. They do get Doc back up again. A disgusting single nade from King over the top will shut down the hopes and dreams of Intense Game.
That is a Maxman grenade and a half. And you mentioned it, the switch to the last weapon he has with ammunition. At this point, just trying to create space for the team, and they are going in. Straight in the vehicles, looking to close the distance.
This is a great wrap from Alpha Gaming. The lineup as well is beautiful to see. AJ's position is now compromised, dropping the smokes, hiding behind the vehicle. Zhol zigzagging his way over, and Doc is relentless on this position.
Oh, Xing was so low mid-fight, trying to top himself back up. Big damage as well. Further impact found from Doc, and from the side, they've got to try and pick this one back up. Only a duo effectively left at this point with the double knock there. AJ at least gets the shot back over. That was the flank from Zol.
For Thunder Talks as well, it's an important game for them to ladder up over the top of Alpha 7, which they should do on the placements alone, but they'd like to go further. Alpha Gaming are absolutely ruining the chances. Top starts to move up, a nade over the top, bounces off the top of the vehicle on the explosion, will finish the job. And now just AJ, he's done so much, but can he do any more? Just the machine gun in hand at long range, and Alpha Gaming, they hold all the space.
An unfathomable nade on target and blows them to bits. The last man left alive can do nothing to defend himself. Alpha Gaming take the chicken dinner.
The first real good game I think I've seen from Alpha Gaming so far as well. There's been matches where they're putting up elims, putting up points, but that felt pretty calculated. Once they found that good spot over towards Team Falcons, they used that confidence, that capability to take the compound away from them, and then they play slow off that position. They're not too hungry for elims. And you know what? I would say even Doc calmed things down. Tiny bit.
He actually did though, like he kind of reset mid-fight. Yeah, there was some risk taking, but it wouldn't be him if he didn't, right? So the fact they were set up off it and were on point in the final there, it's nice to see, Blank. It's good momentum and it's a great point to steal a chicken dinner right now.
Top here. The babysitter of the team, I would say, honestly.
Tugging at the reins, tugging at the reins. But if you want more exciting action, you know all you got to do is stay tuned in. So we'll see you in a couple minutes' time for more from us.
लाइव चला रहा है यूट्यूब पे।
Dear PUBG Mobile fans, we are delighted to invite you to the 2025 PUBG Mobile World Cup at the ESPORTS WORLD CUP in Riyadh, KSA. This exciting event will take place from July 25th to August 3rd at the Boulevard City. We've prepared tons of event perks, such as the PMWC avatar frame, eSports Passion set, eSports Passion parachute, and tons more.